Greetings, dear friends. Kanan Badalov here. Today we're making the signature snack of Oriental cuisine, shawarma, with juicy fried chicken. Ah, great weather. Springtime in full swing. The sun's out, the birds are chirping, and so are the chickens. Chickens. Lots of chickens. Enough to make a shawarma-loving crowd break into dance. And potatoes, of course. What's a feast without a humble spud or two? Golden, crispy, ready to soak up all the flavor. If your mouth's watering and your heart's full, don't forget to like and subscribe. Shawarma is all about layers, meat stacked up, marinated with spices, slow roasted till it's golden and juicy. It's simple, but the flavor hits every time. I've had shawarma in so many places, in busy street corners, late at night with friends, even at roadside stands while traveling. And every time, it's the same feeling. That first bite, warm, juicy, wrapped in soft bread. It just hits something deep. For the marinade, I'm keeping it simple. Just tomato paste, a bit of oil, some salt, and a mix of spices. That rich tomato base adds color and depth and helps the meat caramelize beautifully as it roasts. Let's mix in the tomato paste. Thick, rich, and full of deep, tangy flavor that makes everything taste just a little more comforting. I'm stuffing the chickens with potatoes. Nothing fancy. just something I've always loved. It turns into a kind of kebab, where the juicy meat roasts around that soft, tender potato inside. So simple, but so good. Time to preheat the grill. I want it nice and hot so the chicken gets that perfect sear right from the start. Let's get started. Everything's ready, the grill's heating up, and I can already tell it's going to be a good one. The anticipation's building as I roast them. The smell's getting better by the minute, and I'm just standing here waiting, trying not to sneak a bite too early. Now I'm chopping up some veggies for the kebab, keeping it simple, just fresh, colorful, and ready to soak up all that smoky flavor. I'm slicing up some cucumbers too, fresh and crunchy. They'll add that cool bite to balance all the richness from the kebab. Let's chop some tomatoes, nice and ripe, the kind that burst with juice the moment you cut into them. If you're enjoying this, give it a like. It really helps, and there's plenty more good food coming your way. The chickens are getting ready, skins turning golden, juices starting to bubble. Now I'm getting the greens and onions ready. Just a quick chop, fresh, sharp, and they'll bring that nice bite to go with the rich chicken.
And little bit sumac.
Adding some pickled cucumbers now. I love that tangy crunch. It cuts through the richness and brings everything to life. Let's start assembling our kebabs. Everything's prepped, everything smells amazing. Now it all comes together, layer by layer. All the ingredients come together in one place. Fresh, juicy, full of flavor. This is where it starts to really feel like a feast. I'm shredding the chicken for the shawarma, just pulling it apart into thin strips so it soaks up all the flavor. That way, every bite is juicy, tender, and perfect for wrapping in flatbread. Our baby shawarma is ready.
My size.
Look at that beauty. All wrapped up, juicy, packed with flavor. I can't wait to dig in.
Yummy.
I take a bite, and it's everything I hoped for. The chicken is tender and smoky with just the right hit of spice. The pickled cucumbers bring this sharp, tangy crunch that cuts through the richness.
Crispy and very yummy.
The tomatoes are juicy, the greens fresh, and the flatbread holds it all together like a warm hug. Every layer hits differently, but they all come together in one perfect, messy, delicious mouthful. Let's prep some for my daughter. I'll keep it mild, just the way she likes it. No heavy spices, but all the love in the world wrapped inside. There's something beautiful about a good kebab. It's simple, but it carries so much. Flavor, tradition, care, the way the meat is grilled just right, the charred edges, the tenderness inside. And that's it for today. A simple meal, made with care, shared with love. Thanks for being here with me. Until next time, take care and keep cooking with your heart.
Guys, thank you for watching. If you like, Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon. Assalamu
Your chef, Kanan Badalov. What's cooking, food enthusiasts, and my mighty Badalov family? Welcome back to the wildest, juiciest, most finger-licking corner of the internet, where we throw down in the kitchen like culinary rock stars. Before we dive face first into today's mouth-watering madness, make sure you smash that subscribe button, slam that like it owes you money, and ding that bell icon. Now, folks, before we dive elbow deep into this beef, let's talk about the true heavyweight champion of street food, the mighty doner. From the bustling corners of Berlin to the sizzling streets of Istanbul and even deep into London and Paris, doner has taken the world by storm. Now let's talk meat, the absolute heart and soul of any doner you've ever wrapped your jaws around. Whether it's stuffed in a fluffy bun or hugged tight by a smoky tandoor-baked lavash, that meat is doing all the heavy lifting. When it comes to doner culture, beef is just the tip of the iceberg. You got chicken spinning on those giant metal steaks too, dripping all that golden fat and getting sliced so fine it almost floats away. Now, if you think doner's just about beef and chicken, hold on to your hats because Turkey's street food scene cranks it up to 11. You can find doner made with crispy fried lamb stomach, cooked right on the spin like it's some outlaw delicacy. For me, doner isn't just a meal, it's a full-blown street food experience that hits you right in the heart and the gut. Picture this, a hot, toasty lavash roll packed tight with beef fresh off the fire, crisp cabbage, cucumbers, tomatoes, and onions, flooded with a garlicky sauce. And hey, if you want to level up that juiciness, don't sleep on lamb fat. It's the secret handshake among real doner masters. Adding that rich, melting fat between the layers makes every bite hit harder, deeper, and juicier than you ever thought possible. It's the difference between just eating and straight up living, my friends. Ever wonder where the idea of threading meat onto a giant spin even came from? We owe it to the culinary pioneers of the Ottoman Empire who knew a thing or two about getting meat crazy, tender, and flame-kissed. It's history you can taste every time that spin turns and the outer layer crisps up like gold. Now you might be asking, why the obsession with slicing that meat paper thin? Well, we're all about stacking up layers so fine they practically melt in your mouth without a fight. That's why I'm busting out the meat patty press today. Gotta get it thin, tight, and ready to dance on that spin. You see these onions right here? We ain't just chopping them for kicks. These bad boys are about to unlock some serious sauce magic. We're talking layers of flavor, built from the ground up, starting with the juice of these humble bulbs. Now watch these grated onions packed into cloth and squeezed for every last golden drop. I'm not just making sauce, I'm building the foundation for a flavor bomb ready to blow the roof off your taste buds. That sweet, punchy onion juice is the secret handshake to doner greatness. And hey, don't forget, if you're feeling what we're cooking, smash that sub button and hit like harder than a heavyweight champ. It's sauce time. We're stirring that pure onion juice with rich tomato paste, but wait, the real magic's still locked up tight, and it's the spices that are gonna turn this into pure dynamite. Stick with me because this ride's about to kick into high gear. Moment of truth, let's get a little taste of that sauce we just built with our bare hands.
Oh, perfect marinade.
You know it's good when you take one hit and your brain starts throwing a party without even asking permission. Now it's all about layering, meat, sauce, a splash of milk, and then repeat till you're stacked like a king's feast.
And guys, iron for marinade.
Every layer gets slathered with that deep, rich sauce, locking in that juiciness like a vault. And don't sleep on that milk, folks. It's the secret weapon for tender, melt-in-your-mouth doner that'll haunt your dreams.
Guys, now we need 2 hours in marinade. See you soon.
Now, let's give this meat a little time to soak up all that crazy good flavor we just packed into it. Marination isn't just a step. It's where the magic really starts to happen. Patience here is like letting your engine warm up before you hit the gas, essential for that full throttle flavor blast. While that beef is chilling, we ain't just standing around. No, sir. All right, now while the meat's getting all cozy with the marinade, we gotta set up the rest of our heavy hitters, fresh veggies, killer sauces, bold spices. Every piece matters when you're building a masterpiece. In my humble opinion, when it comes to street food, Doner wears the crown and holds the heavyweight belt. It's lean, it's mean, and it ain't bogged down with all that greasy nonsense you get from your typical fast food. You're biting into real deal protein, not just empty calories wrapped up in shiny paper. Doner is the kind of street food that gets your motor running, not shutting down. Now, talking about street food culture, every country's got its own flavor fingerprint. From smoky skewers in the back alleys of Morocco to spicy rice balls in bustling Tokyo, the world is cooking nonstop. Each spot's got its own rules, but the goal is the same: blow your mind and fill your belly. Now, if you want to talk wild, let's head over to China, where street markets are next level insane. You can find scorpions, centipedes, and frogs all sizzling on open grills like it's a survivor challenge you actually want to win. And get this, some of those crunchy critters pack more protein than your Sunday steak. One of the craziest street food setups I ever laid eyes on was a full-blown roasted camel. Yeah, you heard me right. And you know what? In the middle of all this cooking, all this sizzling and marinating, I gotta say something real. I missed my children, man. Missed them like crazy. No dish, no feast, nothing hits harder than that.
Buradadır. Kaçtı neçə aldın?
10.
Tığ maraqdır.
Now hold up a second. Let's give a little respect where it's due. Check out these chopping skills. By the way, if you're vibing with all this kitchen madness, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now we're stepping into sacred ground, folks. This right here is the art of making doner, the heavyweight craft of the streets. It ain't just stacking meat. It's layering patience, fire, flavor, and soul, one slice at a time, like painting a masterpiece you can eat. No shortcuts, no rushing, just steady hands, sharp focus, and respect for the craft. If you ask me about my personal favorite street food, I'm always going to circle right back to a fire-roasted doner. It's messy, it's bold, and it's worth every last juicy bite. Now, while that doner stack is locking in all those flavors on the fire, it's time to get the rest of the army ready. You can't just throw meat on a plate and call it a day. We're building a full-blown flavor machine here. Everything's got to be locked and loaded, fresh and fast, because once that doner's ready, we're moving like a pit crew. Timing's everything. You want that bread warm, the veggies cold, the sauce dripping but not drowning. This is how you make street food sing, baby, not just slap it together. Now comes the part that gets me hyped every time. Prepping the bun, the throne for our king donor. You stack it right, you build it tight, and you know the moment you take a bite, it's gonna be fireworks. Ain't nothing better than the sound of that meat getting shredded. Little juicy strands flying all over the board. Every cut, every slice, every pull, it's releasing flavor trapped inside for hours, just waiting to explode.
Papa. Bunlar bekleri geriler.
Birazdan.
This is where patience and fire come together and pay off like hitting the jackpot. Don't just watch, sub, like, and ride with us because we're just getting started.
Gülşat. Salam alaikum.
Man, I swear, I wish I could reach through this screen, grab one of these donors, and slam it straight into your hands. You deserve to taste this madness, this juice, this fire right off the grill. And here's the best part, a perfect picking time with these little kiddos by my side. Watching them snatch a piece, sauce all over their hands, laughing like they just pulled off the heist of the century.
Tatlı da.
Now let's talk about the taste, because words barely do this beast justice. First bite hits you like a freight train, smoky, juicy beef, sharp veggies punching through, garlic sauce coating your mouth in pure happiness. Look at these fellas, man, just crushing it and having the time of their lives. No fancy tables, no forks, just good food, good laughs, and messy faces all around. All right, my Badalov family, that's a wrap for today's wild ride. From fire to fork, we built something real, something that'll stick to your ribs and your memories. Don't forget, food's just the excuse. It's the people around you that make it magic. So smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and stick with us for more savage eats and unforgettable moments. This kitchen's just getting warmed up, and trust me, you're gonna want a front row seat for what's coming next.
Guys, thank you for watching. If you like, don't forget to subscribe. See you soon. Gülşat'a. Salam alaikum.
Till next time, stay hungry, stay wild, and keep it Badalov strong. Greetings, friends and passionate food lovers. This is Kanan Badalov's cooking show, and today we're heading out on a brand new journey together. Today is the day Your stomach will growl with irresistible hunger for the most delightful, mouth-watering fish you've ever seen. Now buckle up, find your favorite spot on the sofa, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video. Let's set the ball rolling and get our hands a little dirty. This fish needs a proper, respectful cleaning before we take it to the fire. Fish has always been one of my top choices for outdoor cooking. I love it best when it gets crispy as hell, that taut, crackling skin and the soft, buttery flesh inside. A well-seasoned fish can turn any Sunday barbecue into an unforgettable event. But today, we're going beyond the usual. I'm here to surprise you with flavor, with technique, and maybe even with a little invention of my own. Now, when it comes to fish, remember a few golden rules. First, season it boldly. Fish tends to have a mild flavor, so don't hold back. Use the classics: salt, pepper, maybe a touch of lemon zest or chili. The biggest enemy of great food? Carelessness. A rushed prep process ruins everything. Think through your ingredients, balance them well, and give the dish your full attention. My father used to tell me, it's not only about your choice of ingredients, but also how you cook them. Are you baking, grilling over fire, stewing? Choose your method wisely. It makes all the difference. I remember as a kid, long before I was allowed near the stove, my father would describe every step of his cooking out loud. I'd sit there, wide-eyed, hanging on every word, imagining what the flavors he spoke into life. Those little moments spent in his kitchen were the spark. They lit something in me, something that's only grown stronger with time. And now, one of the most exciting parts of today's episode, my invention, the spinning grill. I don't think anyone's even come close to this idea. Maybe I should patent it. We'll start by threading wire through the fish as if we're stringing beads onto a necklace. Once that's done, I'll wrap the wire around the bucket you just saw. Just like that. As it rotates, the fish roasts evenly, crisping beautifully on the outside while staying juicy on the inside. This simple mechanism even helps render fat evenly, giving that perfect golden skin without drying the meat. Now that I'm grown, with my own cooking show, I invite my children into the kitchen too. I never force them to follow my path, but I want to show them how a childhood passion can become something serious, something real. So how did I come up with this invention? It was my obsession with the perfect result. I kept thinking, experimenting, until one day I was watching the rotating spit of a doner kebab and it clicked. And that's why it's so important to pay attention to the little things, to the ordinary movements. Because sometimes they hold the spark of a great idea. What a pleasure it is to have your own fig tree growing right outside, quietly doing its work through the seasons. And now, at the peak of ripeness, the figs offer themselves. Now, let's polish off that fresh, sweet aftertaste with a cup of hot tea. I've got a companion for tea time. These moments are always better shared, aren't they? Look at this face, wandering the garden like it's the first time, eyes wide with wonder. There's something grounding about picking fruit straight from the tree. It reminds you that the sweetest things in life are often the ones you wait for. Have a taste of jam. These figs preserved at their most generous, their sweetness simmered down into something rich, deep, and lasting. Let's take these fish off the spin now. They've been kissed by flame, gently smoked, and turned golden with time and heat. There's a certain silence that follows good fire-cooked food, the kind that doesn't need praise, just quiet appreciation. And now, let's chop a fresh salad. It brings the whole meal to life, something raw, and something that snaps back with every bite and says, Lots of greens, of course. Out here, greens are more than a garnish. They're the soul of the plate. Picked fresh from the garden, washed in cold water. Their scent is sharp, clean, alive. A quick squeeze of lemon juice, nothing more, nothing less, just enough to wake everything up. Let's have a taste. It's fresh enough to wake up your taste buds.
Very fresh salad.
Let's serve dinner, Kumar, because my girl's waiting at the table. Squeeze of lemon over your fish, my girl. I hope she liked the taste. I didn't say a word. Just watched her take that first bite, the way her eyes lingered on the plate before the fork touched her lips. A quick and gentle reminder, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video.
Okay. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
The taste of fish roasted over an open fire is unlike anything else, pure, primal, and unforgettable. You taste the char, and with each bite you taste not just the fish, but the fire that made it whole.
Yemiş sen.
And just like that, the day begins to fold itself into evening. Thank you for joining me today, for walking through the garden, waiting by the fire, tasting what the earth and time have given.
Guys, thank you for watching. If you like, don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.
Salam alaikum.
Until next time, stay curious and always cook with love. Hey folks, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're diving into something bold, hearty, and straight up unforgettable. I'm mixing chicken hearts, rich liver, and 100 eggs. Buckle up, because this might just be the best lunch I've ever made. So here's the master plan for today, a feast that speaks to the soul. We're not just making a meal, we're crafting a memory, a powerhouse plate that's simple yet hits you with that wow factor. You know, lunch isn't just a break in the day, it's the main event, that golden hour where you reset, refuel, and remind yourself that life's too short for boring food. And today we're doing it big. If you're feeling the vibes, smash that subscribe button and give this video a like. It helps the channel grow and brings more flavor to your feed. All right, before we jump headfirst into the skillet, tell me, what's your ultimate lunch meal? And yeah, you're probably thinking, man, why in the world would you pick hearts and liver for lunch? Well, let me tell you, awful. Organs like hearts, livers, kidneys is one of my guilty pleasures. A secret handshake with my own roots. Now here's the thing about offal. It's ancient food.
Let's keep it in the milk 30 minutes.
Our ancestors prized these cuts because they're packed with nutrients, hearts, livers. They're not just leftovers, they're treasures. Rich in iron, loaded with vitamins, and bursting with a depth of flavor you just can't fake. So why do people turn their noses up at it? Mostly the smell and texture. Some folks can't get past that deep, earthy aroma or the tender, almost creamy bite of liver. But once you learn to handle it right, it becomes pure gold. Growing up, my grandma would roast lamb liver with potatoes until they sang with flavor. That smell of roasting potatoes and savory organ meat, man, that's the kind of memory that sticks to your ribs. And nothing pairs better with hearty meats than some fresh, crisp veggies. Think of it like a jazz band. The meat's the bass, deep and soulful, and the veggies are the horns, bright and punchy. All right, time for a quick tea break. You can't rush greatness, folks. You know, there's a saying in my homeland, tea is the key to the heart, a little moment to breathe, reset, and charge ahead. Speaking of sweetness, Azerbaijanis have a deep love for baklava, crisp, buttery layers of pastry hugging honeyed nuts.
Baklava.
It's a celebration in every bite. Now, before we cook that liver, we're soaking it in milk. Why? Because it's the secret handshake to tender, sweet-tasting liver. The milk pulls out the bitterness and softens every bite. After that soak, we're hitting it with salt and pepper. Basic, sure, but oh so essential. It's the little things that build big flavors. Next, a light dusting of flour gives us that beautiful golden crust when it hits the pan. Hear that sizzle? That's the sound of magic happening, my friends. That's the sound of flavor locking itself into every piece. As the oil kisses the liver, the smell wraps around the kitchen, smoky, rich, and mouth-watering. And just wait till we toss in the chicken hearts. Pure poetry in motion. You see, knowing how to cook these hidden gems adds a whole new world of flavors to your menu. It's like adding new colors to your cooking palette. In goes the onion and a riot of veggies, letting them dance and caramelize, layering flavor on flavor. While that's cooking, let's chat. Cooking offal is about respect. Respect for the animal, respect for tradition, and respect for flavor that runs deep.
A little bit salt.
Now, here come the eggs, all 100 of them. You might wonder, where did this wild idea come from? Well, sometimes creativity hits like lightning, a crazy thought that just feels right.
And of course, little bit mint. Fresh.
Look at this beauty, a symphony of flavors coming together.
And now we must wait 5 minutes. It will be perfect, guys. See you.
Let's leave it for a bit to set up nice and gentle. Time to serve. And hey, drop me a comment. Does your country have a famous dish made with offal? I'd love to hear about it. Just look at this masterpiece. The yolks have firmed up just right, wrapping everything in this golden, rich embrace. That aroma of roasted hearts and seared liver is downright hypnotizing. Yes, my little girl, just like that. Dip that fresh bread right into the molten yolk and scoop up a little bit of everything.
Very tender. Beautiful.
The taste? It's a full symphony. The silkiness of the eggs, the savory snap of the hearts, the earthy depth of the liver. It's rich, soulful, and downright unforgettable. And that's it, folks. Thanks for hanging out in my kitchen. See you next time for another bold, unforgettable ride.
Guys, it's very cheap but very tasty dish. Try it. I know you will like it. And thank you for watching. If you like, don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.
Salam alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hello, dear friends and food lovers. Today, your chef, Kanan Badalov, is about to take you on a flavor-packed journey because we're cooking salmon, and not just any salmon. We're aiming for that rich, smoky, melt-in-your-mouth perfection. Hot smoked salmon. Stick around, because by the end of this, you might just start questioning every salmon dish you've ever had before. And trust me, once you taste this, there's no going back. Cooking hot smoked salmon isn't just about making a dish. It's about unlocking a whole new depth of flavor. Unlike cold smoked salmon, which stays silky and raw-like, hot smoking transforms the fish into something tender, flaky, and infused with a deep, woodsy aroma. And let's be honest, there's something undeniably satisfying about watching that salmon turn golden and glistening over the heat, knowing that in just a short while, you'll be diving into one of the most indulgent, smoky, buttery bites of your life. By the way, if you're enjoying this smoky masterpiece in the making, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. It helps more food lovers find these delicious recipes. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Choosing the perfect salmon, that's an art. You want a fish that looks as if it just leaped from the water, full of life and freshness. The flesh should be firm, vibrant, and bounce back when you press it. No dullness, no mushiness, and the smell, that's your secret weapon. Fresh salmon should remind you of the ocean breeze, crisp and clean. If it smells too fishy, well, my friend, that fish has already seen better days. And if you ask me, wild or farmed, that's a debate as old as time. Wild salmon has a deep, rich color packed with flavor. Farmed salmon is milder but fattier. Choose your fighter, and whatever you do, if the fish looks back at you like it has unfinished business, put it back.
Guys, now we need salt and sugar.
To make a smoked salmon, first, we need to rub the salmon down with a mixture of salt, sugar, and a little black pepper. The salt will draw out moisture, intensifying the flavor, while the sugar balance it with a touch of sweetness.
Come.
Before we even get to the smoking part, let's give our salmon a little spa treatment. Some lemon and orange zest. Because, let's be real, nothing wakes up flavors like a good hit of citrus.
Orange.
It's like a bright, zesty wake-up call for the fish, making sure every bite is packed with freshness. And green onions? Oh, they're here to add a little mild oniony kick. Just the right amount to keep things interesting. Now, you know we can't do salmon without dill. A little peppery, a little earthy, and a whole lot of flavor-boosting power. It's going to wrap around our salmon, making sure every bite has that classic herby goodness.
Let's keep our fish in the marinade 1 hour.
Give it some time to soak in all those flavors.
Apricot tree sawdust.
Now, here's where things get really interesting. You might be wondering, why apricot tree sawdust? Well, my friends, that's the magic touch. Apricot wood gives off this subtle, fruity aroma, adding a delicate, sweet smokiness to our salmon. It's like a whisper of orchard flavors hugging the fish while it smokes. But we're not just tossing it in. Oh no. We take that fragrant apricot sawdust, wrap it up nice and snug in aluminium foil, and poke a few holes in it. That way, as it heats up, it releases all that wonderful mellow smoke without flaring up. A slow, steady infusion of flavor. That's the key to next-level smoked salmon. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. Tell us what you like the most in this episode so far.
Balık götür sen.
We've got a new member in the family, folks. a little puppy. Be sure to be gentle with him, my little girl. He's tiny and fragile right now. You know, it's always amazing how something so small can bring so much joy. Let's preheat the grill. You know, getting it just right is crucial for that perfect smoke. Too hot, and we'll scorch the salmon. Too low, and we won't get that beautiful flavor infusion. All right, the fish has been marinated long enough. This is when patience pays off. It's all about letting those flavors meld and get nice and cozy with each other.
It's almost perfect.
This is where the real flavor starts to shine. That apricot smoke is going to give the salmon that beautiful sweet and smoky aroma. Trust me, you can almost smell it through the screen. We're going to let this baby smoke for about 45 minutes to an hour. That's just enough time for the smoke to work its magic and give the fish that deep, rich flavor we're looking for. All right, while the salmon smokes, let's talk about the perfect side, potatoes. All right, folks, the moment we've all been waiting for, and the salmon is ready and beautifully smoked. Look at that. The salmon has taken on this gorgeous, smoky flavor, and you can already smell those rich, sweet notes from the apricot wood.
Smell very good. Let's give to rest 15 minutes.
Just look at how tender and flaky this salmon is. The edges are beautifully golden and the texture is absolutely spot on. I can't wait to try it. Now, it's time to call over our little princess to join us for this feast.
Nice.
Whoa, whoa! Careful there, my girl. The potatoes are still super hot. I know they're tempting, but let's wait just a moment. I don't want you burning those little fingers of yours.
такое? Да это что такое? Пап, orange 미세. orange. 아직인데.
Guys, it's really yummy, really yummy. Juicy, smoky, salty.
That's absolutely perfect. The smokiness from the apricot wood gives the salmon this incredible depth, and the citrus from the lemon and orange zest just brightens everything up. It's like a little explosion of flavor with that earthy dill adding a nice balance. And these potatoes, everything just comes together perfectly.
I'm happy.
사람
It's one of those meals where you take a bite and immediately think, yep, this is how food should taste. It's comforting, yet totally exciting. If you're loving this as much as I am, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a like. You don't want to miss the next delicious recipe I'm cooking up. And that's it, folks. Smoked salmon with a perfect side of potatoes ready to be devoured. I hope you enjoyed this little culinary journey with me today.
Taste this piece.
Until next time, keep cooking and stay hungry. See you in the next episode with Kanan Badalov.
Hello, food enthusiasts and steak lovers. Today is one of those days when the grill calls and we answer with sizzling perfection. For those who have been following me since the start of this delicious journey, you already know my love for steak, grilled over coals, stewed with veggies, roasted or baked, is utterly boundless. And I know many of you share the same fiery passion. So to celebrate this culinary masterpiece that's practically humanity's greatest invention, I'm baking the finest beefsteaks today. Stay tuned and watch closely. You won't want to miss a moment. These days, though, there's a noticeable decline in meat consumption, and for some good reasons. The mass production of meat has sadly compromised its quality. The stuff we see in supermarkets is often pumped full of preservatives just to stretch its shelf life. And let's not ignore the unethical, uncivilized breeding practices that harm both animals and the ecosystem. Despite these concerns, I believe we shouldn't give up on meat entirely. Instead, we need to rethink how it's raised and produced. Imagine this: eco-friendly, humane livestock farming that respects animals and the environment while delivering the highest quality meat. That's where the magic of conscious cooking comes in. Whenever I cook steak, I make it a priority to source beef that's been well cared for, ethically raised, and properly fed. It's a small choice, but one that makes a big difference, both on the plate and beyond. Now, I've poured a generous drizzle of olive oil, harvested and produced in my home country of Azerbaijan, a little taste of tradition in every drop. And now, I'm adding a handful of rosemary leaves. A couple of bay leaves join the party too, infusing the dish with their subtle herbal magic. Together, they'll transform this steak into something extraordinary. Usually I rely on the oven to bake my steaks, but today I'm upping the ante. I've decided to put the tandoor into action. Why? Because nothing beats that genuine smoky aroma it infuses into the meat. The tandoor doesn't just cook the steak, it transforms it, leaving it so tender and flavorful it practically melts in your mouth. Let's talk about choosing the perfect steak. This is where it all begins. First, always look for that beautiful marbling, the fine white streaks of fat running through the meat. This is the secret to a juicy, tender steak. Second, give it a press. Fresh, high-quality meat should spring back to its original shape. And don't forget the color. A rich, deep red hue is your best friend. If it looks pale or grayish, steer clear. Oh, and here's a quick hack. Sniff it. Fresh meat has a clean, neutral aroma. If anything smells off, walk away. Trust these tips and you'll never end up with a dud. Before we continue, let's take a moment to talk about you, my amazing viewers. Your support means everything to me, and it's what keeps this culinary journey alive and thriving. If you're enjoying the recipes, the stories, and the little nuggets of kitchen wisdom we share here, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
Salam alaikum.
I'm whipping up a salad that's kind of like a traditional Greek salad, but with my own twist. Instead of black olives, which you'd usually see in the classic recipe, I'm going for green olives. They add a vibrant freshness to the dish and complement the main course beautifully. Paired with cubes of soft feta cheese, they bring that creamy, slightly tangy kick that ties everything together. It's funny, whenever I start talking about food, I just can't stop. But that's what brought us together, isn't it? Food is our shared passion. Speaking of Greek salad, in my humble opinion, the red onions are the unsung heroes. They weave through the cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, and olives, leaving a trail of umami goodness with every bite. Simply genius, isn't it? You've probably noticed by now that any salad I make is never complete without a generous handful of chopped greens. There's just something magical about those herby, tangy, and slightly peppery undertones. They elevate the flavor palette and make the dish feel so much more vibrant and alive. A drizzle of fresh lemon juice for that zesty pop. drizzle of high-quality olive oil to tie it all together. Now let's have a taste.
It's done.
Well done, Kanan. A perfectly balanced union of vegetables, cheese, and greens. Every element shines, yet they come together in harmony. This is what makes cooking so rewarding. I'm all done with the cooking now. All that's left is to wait for the steak and enjoy every bite of it. In the meantime, a warm cup of Azerbaijani tea will help keep our hungry stomachs in check until it's time to feast. Here, I have some dried flower buds and herbs for tea, a little tradition that brings warmth and calmness to any meal. A must-have ingredient, rosehip. It's not just about its vibrant, tangy flavor. It's packed with vitamin C and has been cherished for centuries as a natural remedy for boosting immunity and overall health. Adding rosehip to tea gives it a unique depth of flavor, fruity, slightly tart, and incredibly refreshing. Now, I might surprise you with what I'm serving alongside my tea, a jam made from green olives. Yes, you heard that right. In Azerbaijan, we love crafting jams from everything, even the unexpected. You might think, what else do they make jams from? Well, I promise we haven't ventured into bark jams just yet. I'm kidding, of course. Olive jam is one of those unique Azerbaijani traditions that truly stands out. It's a sweet, aromatic delight that pairs beautifully with tea and is a testament to our inventive culinary culture. Wow, this green olive jam is something else. Sweet and savory at the same time, it's like the bitterness from the olives just fades into this smooth, sugary goodness. If you're enjoying this journey so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps, and you won't miss out on any of the deliciousness to come. Just look at these steaks. The slow cooking in the tandoor has let all those juices and fats mix together, creating something truly special. It's all wrapped up, ready to tease our taste buds and warm our hearts. Now, let's get this beauty on the table and dig in. The feast is about to begin.
Gülşah da hazırdı, gel. Gel sen.
Это мясо? Это как это делают?
Вкусно.
All right, from here on, it's tough to keep narrating because honestly, the thick layer of fat on this steak is pure bliss. It's creamy, fatty, and just a little crispy on the edges.
It's perfect, guys.
Thanks so much for spending the day with me and my daughter. We really appreciate you being part of this little yet meaningful culinary journey.
Guys, thank you for watching. If you like, don't forget to subscribe. Salam alaikum. See you soon.
Take care, everyone. Your chef, Kanan Badalov.